Hi, welcome to Celtex. I wanted to show you guys around this software, which is free and useful. Go into your account, which I hope by now you've opened. Click on Script Project, and it instantly comes up with a new script project, which is really fabulous. I just wanted to show you how scripts are laid out. There are different tools up here on the left that show you act, scene heading, action, character, dialogue, parenthetical, transition, and shot. I will show you probably about 5 of these because you do want to keep your screenplay clean. You definitely do not want to be dictating shots. That is something that really irritates producers and any gatekeeper. So anyway, every scene that you have, you need to set up where it is. And so I'm going to say interior, dining room of Kate's home. And that sets up where I am. You also want to write what time of day it is, day. Now when you hit return, it'll instantly go into action. When you first introduce a character, you want to capitalize them. So Kate sits at her dining table trying to record a screencast. Now, after action, you would usually start with dialogue. Now, sometimes action can go on for a long while. If you want to set up a scene, you can show people basically what is going on in the scene. You do not want to get into thick description that you might be used to if you were writing fiction. You basically want to say her table is covered with junk. That gives them enough to go on. She sits at her computer speaking in starts because she's typing. It's basic action. Remember that you cannot tell what your character's emotions are. They have to show them. If you can say that she is frustrated or angry, and you would hope that an actress could read that and show it on her face. But if it's not visible on the screen, it does not belong in your screenplay. So now I'm going to go to character, and that instantly puts you in the right place to start some dialogue. That's me. When I hit return, the dialogue should go in here. When I hit return again, it'll go to the next character if I'm having someone talking to someone, but I'm not in this case. I actually want to show that my character is going to sigh. So then I go into parenthetical. Parentheticals are very brief directions, such as the character raising their voice or laughing or sighing or beginning to cry. It is not a space to put more action. If you're going to have any more action than that, you just go back into an action setting. I can't talk and type at the same time. So I hit record, and let's just say that my cat at this point meows. I would put that in parenthetical. But say that I have a talking cat. Never going to learn to. Okay, I hit return again, and that way I can keep this conversation going between the cat and Kate, but I don't want to because I want to show you a few other tools here. So we're going back to action, and there should always be action going on. In the first times when you write things down, I usually start with dialogue, and I will just go because I want to get into that place where I understand what people are saying to each other. I can't think about the scene that I'm writing yet, and so I would continue dialogue on for a while, understanding that I would go back in kind of like a director and have my characters do things throughout the period in which they're talking. So action, and say I want to cut to another scene that's going on. Now, if this is the end of a scene, you really don't need to do a scene transition, but transitional, if I'm doing an intercutting sort of montage scene for my opening, I want to actually put a transition in. So I would say cut to exterior day, Los Angeles street, simultaneous. And let's say I'm writing a romantic comedy. I think I want to invent a guy. Simon is walking across the street on the telephone. Oops, that's pretty funny. You always want to say how old your characters are. And do not give them too much physical description. You can say, you know, Simon, a businessman with a lot of energy, will tell your actor what they want to say. But you don't want to describe tall or blonde or short or round, anything like that, because your actor needs to read the script as if it's a blank slate and insert themselves into it if you want someone to be in your screenplay. And then we would go to dialogue again. These are all terrible examples. Anyway, so this is the basic structure. You're not going to be writing scene one. You're not going to be doing any of the other stuff you see in, there's a lot of extra typing in the screenplays that I've given you as examples because they're shooting scripts. So don't worry about that. Your basic tools here are your scene open, your action, your dialogue, and your character names and your parenthetical. Once you have these down, you have all the tools that you need to write a screenplay. So I hope by now you've read the article on what not to do in a screenplay. That also does talk about character descriptions. It talks about writing things that the characters are thinking. And all of the other tools I'll give you once we're in workshop. Thanks very much.